Hey guys, this is from a Saltland Song, and I'm here to do an epic Fierce Reads book haul for you, and another book gossip for the Stolen Song. And I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, like a book haul or a book gossip for the Stolen Song, but I've been kind of sick, on and off since the beginning of this year. Well, actually before that, since like November of last year and my allergies and sinuses and chest cold, and it just wouldn't let up. And then in February, I had a really good friend of mine, one of my best online friends, came down and spent a week with me. And I've been doing some crafty things because I'm getting ready to open up a shop on Etsy within the next month or two called Bookish Charms. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in another video. But I'm really excited about this. I have a couple things that I want to talk to you about before I get into this little haul. And you guys may wonder why I am holding this swag. It is my best friend, Molly Moran, wrote this amazing book, and she published it March 1st of this year, and it's called As You Turn Away. It's the first book in the Walker Brothers series, and it has been one of my absolute favorite books that I have read this year. And it is really, really, really amazing, and such a great book. And she has got some really great swag that she shared with me. And so I decided that I'm going to share with you because I think everybody ought to be reading this book. If you haven't, oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. If you haven't read this book, then you need to either rent Barnes and Nobles or Amazon and either pick up an e-copy of it or order a physical copy of it, or you could even go to mollymoran.com and order it through there and pay through PayPal. And she will even sign it for you and have it sent out to you because she's got her own little stash of this amazing book. But one lucky winner is going to win a small little stash of this epic swag for As You Turn Away. And they're also going to get either an EPUB or a Mobi version, either from Barnes and Nobles or Amazon, your pick, their pick, copy of this book to go along with it. So be looking for that on the blog within the next 2 weeks or so. And also be looking for my review. I will definitely link the Goodreads review down below. But the review will also be coming up on the blog as well. So that's something else to be looking out for. And I'm really excited to be able to share that with you. Once again, the book is As You Turn Away by Molly Moran, and it's the first book in the Walker Brothers series. And I swear you are so going to fall in love with Quinn and Jonah, and really all of the Walker boys because they're totally hot and swoon-worthy. So, yeah. So, okay. I don't know if I've talked about this or not already, but one of my personal goals that I set for myself this year as far as reading goes was to utilize my library a little bit more this year than I was actually able to do last year. And um, so I have kind of sort of decided that I'm going to challenge myself to read at least 25 books this year that have physically been checked out from the library. And the first book on that list is going to be the new Laurie Halse Anderson book, The Impossible Knife of Memory, because I've been wanting to read this book ever since I discovered that it was going to be released. It has been released, and I was really surprised that my library had this one because I think it's only been out for like maybe a month or two. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's been out quite that long yet. And I really enjoyed Winter Girls, and Laurie Halse Anderson is such a phenomenal author. There's been lots of wonderful things said about this. I've seen some pretty good reviews, and even Sarah Dessen says, once again, Laurie Halse Anderson writes a book that speaks for a generation. Amazing. So I'm really excited to read this, and I cannot wait to dig into it. And I went ahead and picked up Sarah Dessen because it was a sunny day when I was in the library, and I was feeling happy. And this book just, The Moon and More, I've been wanting to read this for a while now. I read Dreamland, either last year or the year before last, one of the two, and I'm really quite excited to read this one. It looks like something that you'd read on a bright sunny day. Looks kind of happy and carefree and just full of lots of light-hearted goodness and romance, and I can't wait to read this, so I'm excited to read that. And one of my best friends, one of my bookish best friends, well, one of my best friends in general, Angie at disquietusreads.com, she has been raving nonstop about this Holly Black book, The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, and I think I kind of sort of scared a few of the library patrons when I squealed, literally squealed when I picked up this book. I was really excited to see this one sitting on the shelf. I like Holly Black, and I've been trying to get my friend Molly Moran at Bookish Whimsy to read Holly Black, and Angie sent her a copy of this for Christmas, so I'm finally actually going to get to sit down and read a physical copy of this book. At some point, I will probably break my book buying ban and buy a copy of this book, but it's probably going to be a little while, so I'm going to utilize my library for this. So I'm really excited to read this. Just, I'm ecstatic. I kind of, I can't wait because, like I said, I've seen mixed reviews, but then I've seen some really, really great things like Angie has said about it, and the whole synopsis of this is just different. Yes, it's a vampire book, but it's kind of, sort of not your typical vampire book, and so I'm really anxious and excited and can't wait to experience that. So now we're going to get into my favorite part of this video and the reason for it, because as I said at the beginning, this is a Fierce Reads book haul, because guys, I got my very first Fierce Reads box this month. I got it earlier this month, I think like the first week of it, or close to the end of the first week of it, and I was just so shocked to see it show up, like the UPS guy with the box in his hand during the middle of General Hospital, but I forgave him because, Fierce Reads and all. Well, I wasn't expecting, this is kind of funny because I wasn't expecting a box of books. Um, Somewhere along the lines, like the last week of February, the first week of March, somewhere around in there, I had been tweeting and retweeting some things that they had been posting, and I kind of sort of didn't know that they were having some sort of contest, and this was on Twitter, and this is at Fierce Reads, and I think it had something to do with Cinder or Tin Star or something else, one of the other books. And at some point, there was a tweet that said, so and so and so and so and so and so has won Fierce Read swag. DM me and DM me your address, and I will get it out to you. And I was like, well, okay, cool. So I DM'd them my address. Little did I know that I was going to receive this mammoth size box. Like, seriously. You guys see this? It says Fierce Reads. I don't know if I've got it close enough. Focus. Yes, Fierce Reads. And I am so ecstatic because, like I said, this is my very first box of Fierce Reads goodies. And just, oh my goodness, we're going to have an unboxing because you open it up, the box looks like this. And there are 3 of these bags, book bags, Fierce Reads book bags. And so, guys, y'all are so going to want to tune into the blog for like the next month or so because at some point I will be giving away one of these babies. And you never know, it might have a book or 2 in it. But what I am like the most excited and ecstatic about is what was in this box because really this is just simply amazing. So we'll get into the swag that I, was just expecting a little package because, just swag. So there's the Fierce Read swag. And of course, it features The Song Will Save Your Life. And Molly, if you're listening to this, if you're watching, I promise you, that book is on my list to read next month. Seriously. And it's got Tumble and Fall, Fallout, Altered, and Horde. And that was for fall 2013. Well, I think this is the other. And I will be including some of the swag with the Molly Morant. So for the As You Turn Away swag, I will be putting a couple of these in there. This is featuring like sequels to books. And I think the only one that is like the first book in the so these are the books that I received on the back of that. Okay, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? This is beautiful. Tell me this is not beautiful because seriously, this is a gorgeous cover. And this is Of Triton by Anna Banks. And I have not had a chance to read this one yet. This is the sequel to Of Poseidon. And I cannot wait to read this. I'm just so excited about it. And I will link below to my, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the color of that book. Look at the color of that. That is just so pretty. I will be linking below my review to this book. Not to this one. I'll be linking below my review to Of Poseidon so that you can see that. But when I review this one, I will come back and link to it. So that was like totally awesome. And so then I got to digging deeper and I came across Unremembered by Jessica Brody. And I cannot wait to read this. I have been wanting to read this for a long time. This is just so interesting. The little blurb on the front says the only thing worse than forgetting her past is remembering it. So this sounds like it's going to be an interesting mystery of some description, and I really cannot wait to read this. I think I scared neighbors 9 counties away when I saw Siege and Storm in this box. This is the second book, guys. This is the second book. The first one was Shadow and Bone. This is the second one. I cannot wait. Darkness Never Dies. Not going to read the synopsis of this because I have not read the first book yet. I know, a shame, flog me now, but I know that the third book is coming out soon if it isn't already out. And so I might possibly break my book buying ban for that particular one and maybe one other one that's coming out. And I will sit down and read all 3 of these back to back, and I definitely will be doing reviews for these because I I don't I have to read this. I'm so ashamed that I haven't yet read it. And the last one that I got was Monument 14, Sky on Fire, and this is like the second book. I think there's like 3, maybe 4, maybe the 4th one is coming out at some point this year, or it's the 3rd one. But I remember reading the first one last year, and I like flew through it like, oh, within a day and a half. maybe not even that long. Really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read this one. I have it on my Kindle, but I'm excited to have a physical copy to add to my shelf. So, Fierce Reads, y'all just kind of like sort of made my whole bookish year with just those four awesome, awesome books, and that I so wasn't expecting. And there's a couple more things that I was going to talk about. I was going to go ahead and recap the books that I've read this month, which wasn't much. It was three actually. I know, pitiful number. I need to pick up on that, and I will. I'm planning to read a little bit more in next month, but I'm not going to force myself, if you know what I'm saying, because I find that when I make a list of books to read, I usually stray from that list, or I don't want to, or I end up not reading them for because I might be in the mood at that time that I made the list, but when it comes time to actually read those books, I'm sort of not in the mood. So, what I think I'm either going to do is just read, whatever I want to read, like focus on my little library challenge, read one or two of the books that I got for Christmas. Um, Maybe fit in one or two of these books that I got from Fierce Reads. Of course, my review books. And then maybe, just pick one book a month from my little books to read jar. And, just do it that way because the list thing, and yes, I'm a listy person, but the list thing is like, it's like, say, like, at the beginning of last month, I had like a whole list of books that I wanted to read for this month, and it was like when it came time for me to read those books and to mark them off my list, I kind of sort of wasn't in the mood, so I kind of like to just read what I want to read when I want to read it, and kind of work those books in with the reviews. And I'm not going to really, drive myself crazy trying to get all of the review books in a month or two. If I manage to read at least three or four review books within a month, I'm good with that. Which means it'll free me up to read, two or three other books that I just want to read, that I just want to pick myself and just read. So I'm going to do it that way. And I'm going to pick a couple certain months where I do like just all NetGalley books, to clean that up, or just all Edelweiss books to clean that up and be good with that. But anyway, that's how that's going to go. And getting on, because this video is like 18 minutes long, and I didn't even really intend for it to be that way, to be that long at all. But what I was going to talk to you about were the books that I've read this month, which, like I said, was three, and one of them I just finished reading it. Oh my God, it is one of the best books that I have read, hands down. It is mystery, it is amazing, and it is none other than The $1,000 Tan Line by, so it's an original mystery by Rob Thomas and Jennifer Grant. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Veronica Mars book that is the spin off the movie. It takes place like a few months after the movie. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, holy crap, seriously, you have got to go to iTunes now and purchase that movie. Go to Amazon and pre-order that movie. That movie is freaking amazing. I swear, like one of my favorite movies ever. But then, I am all about Veronica Mars. It's hands down one of my favorite shows. So I was just excited to see the gang back and to see all this. But I really enjoyed reading the mystery, and I really enjoyed that it was like Veronica Mars, but it was like Veronica grown up. so it's like an adult version, you know. Well, I mean, she was an adult; she was 28, so yeah, I would consider this like new adult slash adult. So yeah, this is like just a really great book. And so if you like mysteries and murder and things like that, then this is definitely the book for you to pick up. So yeah. And then I read After the Storm, and I will link my review down below for it. I really enjoyed it. It is the sequel to oh, Let the Sky Fall by oh goodness. Oh, I read that one in February. I'm sorry. I read that one in February. I didn't read that one this month. I read that one in February, and I read an arc of it. So yes. But I read After the Storm by Marie Landry. I beta read that. You guys, that one's coming out soon. Oh my God, that is another amazing book. You guys got to go like her on Facebook, follow her on Twitter, follow her on Instagram, any social media that you can. Like her, friend her on Goodreads. Go um, pre-order a copy of this book. This is the standalone companion novel for the Angel Island series. This is like the I don't want to say it's a sequel to Waiting for the Storm because it's not. You could totally read this as a standalone, but it is a wonderful, wonderful book, and I so emotionally connected with it in so many ways. And I will be having a review for that written very soon, and once it is, I'll link it below for you guys. And actually, right now, I am currently reading an arc of What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. And this is just like a really great, feelsy, summertime, lazy, warm summer day read. Um, if you like Sarah Dessen or Deb Coletti or authors such as those, then this is going to be something that you're really going to enjoy. If you have read her previous novel, which I absolutely fell in love with and just totally loved, I am going to have to break my book buying ban so that I can own an actual physical copy of it. I do have a Kindle version, but I want a physical copy of it because that book is just so gorgeous. It is My Life Next Door, and you have definitely got to read that. So if you're on the hunt for something similar to that, or you just love feel good, summersy, warm days type of light romantic books, then What I Thought Was True is going to be one that you're going to want to pick up. So, again, I'm sorry that it took so long for me to do one of these little hauls in this book, Gossip for the Soul. And I know this is like almost 23 minutes long, and if you stuck around and listened until the end, you get cookies and swag and whatever else I can dream up for you. So just keep checking my blog out. There will be some stuff coming up. I know that I've been a little lax there, but I'm going to go ahead and get some things ready. I've got some fun, interesting things that's going to come up. I may even do like a discussion post on a couple different things. If you guys would like for me to do a review, like a vlog review of the movie Veronica Mars, let me know and I'll in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Because if you haven't seen the series, I would say definitely, definitely watch the series. That first season is gold. Nothing can touch it. It is the best season, hands down. And that movie is just really wonderful. I know I've heard that some say it's like a love letter to the fans. In a way, it kind of is, but even if you're not, if you haven't been part of the fandom, if you haven't seen the show, you'll still enjoy the movie. I mean, it's a really good movie, and so I was so happy with it. I laughed, I cried, I smiled all at the same time. I got all of the little inside jokes and so much more out of it. I have seen that thing 6 times. I'm probably going to watch it a seventh time and an eighth time and a ninth time. And so, and it has got a phenomenally kick-ass soundtrack. I think my favorite song off of that soundtrack is uh, Prosthetic Heart, or Prosthetic, yeah, I think it's called Prosthetic Heart. And it's the song that's playing in the background when Logan and Veronica take the long way home. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. So yes, I will be using the $10 iTunes card that my bestie Molly sent me for Christmas to get that soundtrack. Thank you, Molly. I love you. But no. Anyway, guys, definitely check out Marie Landry and Molly Moran. You are going to want to check them out, because As You Turn Away and After the Storm are phenomenal novels, and you're going to want to read those. Also, Jessica Stankiewicz. If you have not read, oh God, I can't. Oh, If We Only Knew. I think, yeah, I think you definitely have to read that. That is such a great book. And also check out disquietusreads.com, because she's just a ball of awesome. So, and you're really going to enjoy her. So, yeah, this is like 26 minutes long. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and finish it up. So, I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.